For centuries, humanity has gazed up at the moon, its silvery glow inspiring dreams, myths, and scientific curiosity alike. Today, as our technology advances and our ambitions expand beyond Earth, the moon stands as the most realistic candidate for our first permanent home in space. But transforming this ancient satellite from a lonely celestial body into a thriving outpost for humanity is no small feat. It requires vision, ingenuity, and a clear understanding of both the challenges and the opportunities that our nearest neighbor presents. The moon is uniquely positioned to be humanity's first foothold in the cosmos. Unlike Mars or more distant destinations, the moon is relatively close, about 384,400 kilometers from Earth, a distance that can be traversed in just a few days with current spacecraft. This proximity is invaluable. It means that supplies, equipment, and even people can be transported with less risk, lower cost, and greater frequency. If emergencies arise, rescue or evacuation missions are feasible. In a sense, the moon is the perfect testing ground for the technologies and systems that will one day take us further into the solar system. But why build a home on the moon at all? The motivations are as varied as they are compelling. Scientific research is a major driver. The moon is a time capsule, preserving records of the early solar system that are inaccessible on the geologically active Earth. Lunar observatories could peer into the universe with clarity, unhindered by Earth's atmosphere. The moon's unique environment offers opportunities to study the effects of low gravity on biology and materials over extended periods, knowledge that is essential for planning missions to Mars and beyond. Beyond science, there's the allure of resources. The moon is rich in materials that could support both lunar life and operations in space. Its regolith, the layer of loose, fragmented material covering the surface, contains oxygen, aluminum, silicon, and other elements. Most tantalizing of all is the presence of water ice, especially at the poles, discovered in recent decades. Water is the key to life, but it's also a potential source of breathable air and rocket fuel via its constituent hydrogen and oxygen. If we can extract and utilize these resources, the moon could become not just a home, but a staging post for missions deeper into the solar system. The first steps toward lunar habitation are already underway. Robotic missions from various countries have mapped the surface in exquisite detail, identifying regions of interest for future exploration. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon, with plans for a sustainable presence at the lunar South Pole, a region believed to harbor significant quantities of water ice. International partnerships are forming, pooling expertise and resources to share the challenges and the rewards. Building a home on the moon will require us to adapt to an environment far harsher than anything on Earth. The lunar surface is bombarded by radiation from the sun and cosmic rays, unshielded by an atmosphere or magnetic field. Temperatures swing dramatically, from searing heat during the lunar day to frigid cold at night. The regolith is abrasive and can damage equipment and spacesuits. And the moon's gravity, just 1/6 that of Earth, poses long-term health risks that are not yet fully understood. Overcoming these challenges demands innovation. Habitats will need to be robust, radiation-shielded, and thermally controlled. Some concepts envision structures buried beneath the regolith or built within natural features like lava tubes, which could provide protection from radiation and micrometeorites. Life support systems must efficiently recycle air and water, minimizing the need for resupply from Earth. Food production, likely in the form of hydroponics or other soil-less agriculture, will be essential for long-term sustainability. Power is another critical need. With 2-week-long nights at most lunar locations, reliable energy sources are vital. Solar power is promising, especially at the poles where some regions enjoy near-continuous sunlight. Nuclear reactors are another option, providing consistent, high-output energy regardless of location or time of day. Communication and transportation networks will tie the lunar settlement together and connect it with Earth. High-bandwidth communication satellites, possibly stationed at strategic points in lunar orbit, will keep information flowing. Rovers and other vehicles will enable exploration, construction, and resource extraction across the surface. Eventually, reusable spacecraft could ferry people and cargo between the Moon and Earth, reducing costs and increasing access. A lunar home will not be built overnight. It will begin with small modular habitats, perhaps no larger than the International Space Station, housing a handful of astronauts or scientists. Over time, as technologies mature and experience grows, these outposts can expand, accommodating more people and more complex activities. Industry could follow, with lunar mining, manufacturing, and even tourism providing economic incentives for further development. Establishing a permanent presence on the Moon will have profound implications for life on Earth. It will drive advances in technology, from resource recycling to robotics to energy generation, with potential benefits for sustainability on our own planet. It will foster international cooperation, as nations work together to solve the challenges of living off-world. Perhaps most importantly, it will inspire a new generation of explorers and innovators, expanding humanity's sense of what is possible. There will be obstacles along the way, technical, financial, and political. But the same spirit that carried the first humans to the Moon over 50 years ago continues to propel us forward. The Moon beckons not just as a destination, but as a stepping stone to the rest of the universe. By making it our first home in space, we lay the foundation for a future where humanity is not confined to Earth, but thrives among the stars. As we look up at the Moon, it is no longer simply a symbol of distance or mystery. It is the next frontier, waiting to be explored, settled, and made part of the human story. Our first home in space will not be easy to build, but with determination, collaboration, and imagination, the Moon can indeed become the place where humanity takes its first great leap beyond the world we have always known.